What's up YouTube, Dale here for Zephyr Wargames. We're here with James, and James is bringing us FAs. Now FAs did get quite a lot of support in Extreme Forces, very nice, and you know, you need to go out and buy, as James has now got in his hand, as many D12s or 20s or 6s D20s, or whatever you possibly can.
Spin down D20s so you only tick up, tick down. Just for the deck, it is
clear, and it's been made clear that these can now go above the level 12, and it's absolutely busted. Clarified by this effect here, level 13 or higher. Once per turn, you can target one FA monster in your graveyard and special summon it. It's very good. They all have very nice effects that kind of act like Dark Claws. They also stop hand traps as well when you get them up to a certain level. I believe it's level 7 or higher. And it's even easier now with the amount of spells and field spells that the deck does have. So James is now going to take you through the deck and show you what he's got.
Right, so like was said, you do need a lot of dice. Before I quickly go into this, everyone keeps asking where on earth I get the map from. This is just the Final Fantasy TCG map for Final Fantasy X. Love 10, so yeah. That's that. So, on with the profile, we've got 3 of my favourite one. FA Hang On Mac. Hang On Mac being the Dark Law, banish things when it hits level 7, unaffected by monsters whose level or rank are lower than its current one, or original level, so technically it's unaffected by themselves.
Yeah.
We've got 3 of the Whip Crosser. This one, when it hits level 7, you can't send to graveyard to activate effects, and you can't discard to activate effects. No Twin Twister, no hand traps. Pace 300 per monster effect you activate. Minor little bump, but yeah. And they all gain 300 attack times by their level, so bumping up levels quickly is what you need. 3 Sonic Maesters. This one, double attacks and cannot be destroyed by battle with monsters whose original level or rank is lower than it. Makes 2 attacks on monsters only when it hits level 7. Not my favourite of the FA monsters. Then we go down to 2 of the Auto Navigators.
Now I'm assuming this is because you don't play the Machine Dupe version. Is that right?
No, Machine Dupe. You could play Machine Dupe, don't like Machine Dupe too much. I mean, you've got the Queeforps Link monster that you can easily make with this. You then negate your monster effect, then you Machine Dupe, which point, yes, you can do that, but it's a long arse and roundabout way.
Yeah.
Then we've got 1 of the FA Turbocharger. You can summon this off of FA Test Run when you banish it. Only 1 because too many bricky. You could auto-navigate on with special effect and then summon this guy on with a tribute summon. And then to round up the monsters, we've got 2 Mecha Phantom Beast Rhytons. You can discard your FA spell cards into graveyard so that next turn they're ready to do their banish effect, get another token out on the board, and they're just another Ties of the Brethren target. I'm hoping for in the next set that we do get a few more level 4 FA monsters, just because we're feeling a little light on the monsters at the moment.
Well, someone pointed out in one of the field spells there's actually a dark one, isn't there?
Well, if we go on to field spells, yeah. In the artwork for Grand Prix, you've got this guy here, who, if you look, he also appears up here in the off-road.
Very light kind of justification, but there is a possibility that we might get a dark version.
Oh, here we go. FA Downforce. There you go. That's where the same guy appears. You see the front, and that's actually a separate vehicle as well.
There. Come on. There we go. So so you've got 2 dark versions, which might be nice to kind of get in the...
so you can see the trike and trike.
And see how they do.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So that's possibly what they'll end up looking like. So back with the spells, we've got 3 Ties of the Brethren because level 4 wind machine types. 3 of the new City Grand Prix. So this one, I was a bit upset that we're actually getting more field spells, and then playing it was actually okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But this one gives 2 levels during main phase and battle phase, so that reduces the which do I need, and you cannot target FA monsters with effects. So this with turbocharger, with hang on Mac, and with whip crosser, that's a total board lockdown really, or near enough. We've got 2, so that's 3 of them. Where did the rest of the field spells go? We've got
modeled them up as we look through.
Yeah,
2 Grand Prix.
2 Grand Prix. This is the battle phase. Draw 1 if they destroy 1, and 1 of the off-road Grand Prix. Too many field spells, bricky as all can be, and they don't do anything too much on their own. You need to combine them with the monsters. Go 3 FA test runs because 1 card destruction, turn a monster to defense mode, destroy 1, then whilst in graveyard, destroy 1 face-up card you control, special summon 1 FA monster from your deck, hence why I've got the 1 turbocharger. Love the turbocharger effect, but it's a bit difficult to get into. This is your main way of doing it. 3 of the FA pit stops because it's your draw engine, plus it's your reviver from grave. And 1 FA downforce because increasing by 2 levels is really nice. Banish it, increase 2 levels. To round up the draw engine, you've got 2 Pot of Desires and 1 Foolish Burial. This one's for the Auto Navigator, and with Auto Navigator being in graveyard, it can still use its effect. Its effect is a hard once per turn, so machine duping it out isn't too great in my opinion. 2 Twin Twisters because popping your own field spell and popping one of theirs. 1 set rotation because you set 2 field spells and then your Twin Twisters, you get that double search. And lastly, 1 Monster Reborn because it's a staple now in everybody's deck. Then to round up the traps, we've got 3 Marshalling Fields. Not running any of the Solemn stuff, mainly because we're already paying quite a few life points for the Ties play. It's a very tight deck as it is to begin with. So onto the extra deck. Start off with a pair of the Queethorpes, because 2 machine types to make it makes things a lot simpler and easier. Then we've got 2 of the FA Motorhome Transporter, so when it reaches level 11 it cannot be destroyed by card effects, and when it hits level 13 special summon 1 from graveyard, so you've got a lot of graveyard revival. We've got Nova and Infinity package. I mean, you could easily drop down the second set that I've got here for something else, such as Shambara, High Speed Droid Shambara, something. You could even, yeah, depends on how you build.
You don't use the extra deck.
No, not really.
You could technically, if you wanted to, take out a Nova for one of the fusions, whether it be twin-headed or Barbaroid. You can obviously, like you said, go into more synchro options.
Yeah.
And kind of work it that way.
Gustav Max for game because Cowboy for game. No. 2K instead. 1 Hergota because you can ditch it, gain levels. 1 Condemner because if everything goes to pot and you have nothing left on field, it will come back on its own. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon because all the field spells in this deck.
Didn't get hit on the bad list.
Yeah, then it will get. Didn't get hit, escaped, got lucky. 1 Clearwing, Synchro Dragon to protect your stuff. 1 Samurai Destroyer, and 1 Omega. And that's basically it.
That's everything. So obviously FA is a TCG
and
exclusive.
All the dice.
And all the dice. F8 is a TCG exclusive, and of course it's more of a fun deck. It's just like UAs, and again, I personally love UAs. I think they're an incredibly fun deck to play, just like FAs, depending on how your play style kind of works. So it's definitely a deck to trial out. It's very, very cheap to pick up. There's nothing in there that should be, you know, bank destroyingly worthy.
No.
Especially if you're going to be playing stuff like.
It is a headache. You will need these because they go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
I think that the biggest issue at this moment in time is Cypher Lord and Mega, because I know they're quite expensive, but you don't have to play it.
No.
If you just want to play the deck in general as a bit of fun, it's very, very easy to be made at and on a relatively decent budget. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. Also, YouTube, thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.